Hi everyone. It's been a short minute since I've made a video, but what I want to talk about today is mask wearing. First of all, I want to give you a little history of my own mask wearing. Um, I have been a respiratory therapist for 36 years, and many times I've had to wear a mask. So, back in the day when TB was very prevalent, we would put them in isolation. Tuberculosis is spread by droplets, much like this virus. So, when I was in the hospital taking care of a TB patient, I went into the room, but before I went into the room, I put on an N95 mask. And we would wear gloves and gowns. When I walked into that room, the patient isn't wearing a mask. The N95 mask was to protect me so that the droplets wouldn't get in. So masks go both ways. It protects your droplets from getting out. It protects somebody else's droplets from getting in. So my issue is, why did the government present it in the way that they did? They presented mask wearing as, you wear a mask to protect other people. Well, what I think that did is it created a big divide among people. So you have your mask wearers and your non-mask wearers, and you have people fighting about it. You know, calling each other names. It's horrible. Lots of fighting. If the government presented it differently, if they would have said, wear a mask to protect yourself, then we would have went out in public, I would have put my mask on, somebody else wasn't wearing a mask, and I would think, hey, I don't care if they're not wearing a mask, because I'm protecting myself. And I think if it was presented that way, there wouldn't be such a divide and people being so mean to each other and the mask shaming that's going on. Both ways, the mask shaming goes on. So, kind of what I want to say in this video is, remember that when you go out in public, and say you're a mask wearer and somebody isn't wearing a mask and you get angry. Try not to get angry. Just know that you're protected. And you can do your own experiment at home and do this yourself. Take a surgical mask. Take a surgical mask. And on the inside of it, put some water droplets. So that simulates you sneezing and the water droplets going in. The water droplets will not come out this side. We all know that the virus is very tiny, and the virus itself will go through a surgical mask because it's so tiny. But they also ride on droplets. So this is a very good protection, and the homemade masks also for the droplets when people sneeze or cough. Now, if you take this mask and take the outside of it and put water in it, some drops of water, you will see that it will not come through the other side. Therefore, protecting you against somebody else's water droplets, and you're protecting somebody else against your water droplets. So maybe we can all try to be a little nicer to people. And don't worry about if somebody else is wearing a mask or not. If you want to wear a mask and you feel and want to protect yourself, then please do. But it really doesn't matter if somebody else is wearing a mask. Maybe they'll get it. Maybe you won't because you had the mask on. So I want you to just think about that. You know, why did the government present it in the way that they did and tell you to wear masks for other people's protection? All it did was cause your neighbors to tattle on you. People are calling the cops. People are calling the health department. And it's just never ending. I thought it would get better, but it really didn't. So the other thing that I want to go over too is, what is the proper way to wear a mask and what's the proper way to put on a mask? So when you pick up a clean mask, you should pick it up by the strings. Don't touch the mask on the outside. Don't touch the mask on the inside. You put the mask, loop it over each ear. And what a lot of people don't know is that there is a little piece of metal in the top here. You squeeze it and it stays on your nose. That way it doesn't slip down. Because what I'm finding is I'm going in stores and people aren't pinching that. So it's unpinched, and what ends up happening over time is it slides down the nose. And this is how people are wearing masks. This is obviously an improper way to wear a mask. It's obviously improper to be underneath your chin. So to properly wear the mask, it needs to cover the nose and mouth. There's no way around it. To take off a mask properly, once it's on, again, while you're wearing it, you don't touch your nose, you don't do this, you don't touch this, you don't readjust it. You put it on once, pinch the nose, and you leave it for your entire event or whatever you're going for, going to the grocery store or not. So the proper way to take off a mask is to take it by the loops and pull it off. And don't touch the insides. Don't touch the outsides. And throw it away. That, my friends, is proper mask wearing. So all I want you to really think about is, let's try to be nice to people. Instead of this great divide with these masks, let's just be nice and know that you are wearing a mask to protect yourself. So you guys have a great day. Like and subscribe my channel. And the next video, I am trying to pull my husband in, and we're going to talk about the immune system. And I know I keep promising that, but we're seriously going to do this one. All right, have a great day.